What's going on there?
My daughter's boyfriend killed her. He chopped her head off.
What is your daughter's name?
Liese Dodd. I went in to check on her, and he cut her head off.
She was days away from her baby shower, excited for motherhood, and texting her family about names for her soon-to-arrive daughter. But inside her quiet Illinois apartment, something unimaginable was about to unfold.
She was savagely killed.
When her mother opened the door, she didn't just find her daughter dead, she discovered one of the most shocking and brutal crimes the state had ever seen. This is the true story of 22-year-old Liese Dodd and the ex-boyfriend who murdered her with a level of violence that stunned the entire country. Introduction. What you're about to hear is a reconstruction based on police reports, official statements, and court documents. This is not dramatized. This is the real timeline of a pregnant woman's final hours, the urgent investigation that followed, and the sentencing that closed one of the darkest chapters her family ever faced. This is the case of Liese A. Dodd and Deundrea S. Holloway. Who was Liese Dodd? Liese A. Dodd was 22 years old, living in Alton, Illinois, and preparing for one of the biggest moments of her life, the birth of her first child. She was nearly 8 months pregnant, and her family was excitedly planning a baby shower for her. She had already chosen a name for her unborn daughter, Milo. Her relationship with 25-year-old Deundrea S. Holloway had been on and off for about 2 years. The relationship had become unstable and emotionally draining, but Liese was trying to move forward and build a safe, peaceful life for her child. The day everything went silent. On June 9th, 2022, Liese's mother became concerned when she couldn't reach her.
Got a message from her last night.
What time did you last hear from her?
It was like 9:05 or so. I had sent her a text, and she said they were talking. And then I tried again at 10, and she didn't answer. And then I tried this morning 2 times, and she didn't answer. And so then I came over here because she usually answers.
Okay.
With the baby arriving soon, Liese was constantly updating her family. Silence from her was unusual and worrying. Her mother drove to Liese's apartment to check on her. The moment she opened the door, her world collapsed. Inside, she found her daughter's lifeless body.
911 with the address.
Yeah. Hi. Listen.
What's going on?
My girlfriend's daughter is killed. Yeah.
What's going on there?
My daughter's, he chopped her head off.
Police later confirmed a detail that horrified both the community and the nation. Liese had been decapitated. Her head was found outside the apartment, placed in a dumpster. The responding officers called the crime savage and beyond comprehension.
She was savagely killed, decapitated by a freaking savage monster.
Even seasoned investigators said it was one of the most disturbing scenes they had ever encountered. The immediate investigation. Detectives quickly secured the scene and began piecing together what had happened. There were no signs of forced entry, no indication of a robbery, and no evidence suggesting a stranger had entered the apartment. Everything pointed toward someone familiar with Liese, someone she had willingly allowed inside. Witness interviews, surveillance footage, and digital evidence soon led investigators to a single name: Deundrea S. Holloway, Liese's ex-boyfriend. Authorities issued alerts and began tracking him immediately, warning residents that he was dangerous and possibly unstable. The arrest of Deundrea Holloway. Within 24 hours of the discovery, police located Holloway in Gillespie, Illinois. Reports stated that he showed little emotion during his arrest, and investigators described him as cold and indifferent. He was taken into custody and charged with first-degree murder, intentional homicide of an unborn child, dismembering a human body, concealment of a homicidal death.
That monster, that savage monster, has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of intentional homicide of an unborn child, dismembering a human body. I'll say that again. Dismembering a human body, offenses relating to motor vehicles, and concealment of a homicidal death.
Because Liese was nearly 8 months pregnant, her unborn daughter was legally recognized as a second victim. The gruesome details. As the investigation continued, heartbreaking details emerged. Prosecutors stated that Holloway not only killed Liese, but mutilated her body afterward in an attempt to hide the crime. The brutality went far beyond a moment of impulsive violence. It was deliberate, calculated, and horrifyingly methodical. Investigators found evidence showing the attack was severe and sustained, and that Holloway stayed in the apartment after killing her. The medical examiner's findings, combined with the physical evidence, painted a picture of extreme violence and intent. The prosecutor publicly stated that this was one of the most disturbing domestic violence homicides ever seen in the region.
What was learned, what was found, is absolutely terrible.
Courtroom twists and delays. After his arrest, the case moved through a long legal process. Several times questions were raised about Holloway's mental fitness to stand trial. Court-ordered psychiatric evaluations caused delays, as the judge needed to determine whether Holloway understood the charges against him and could participate in his own defense. Despite the delays, the evidence against him was overwhelming. Physical evidence at the scene, witness accounts, and Holloway's connection to the victim left little room for doubt. In 2024, after nearly 2 years of legal proceedings,
No, he was pretty much silent during any of the court proceedings, except answering the judge, never really making eye contact with us. Myself and my older daughter attended just about every one of the court proceedings.
Holloway entered a guilty plea. He admitted to killing Liese, killing her unborn child, and dismembering her body afterward. With the guilty plea, the case proceeded to sentencing without the need for a lengthy trial. The sentencing. During the sentencing hearing, Liese's family gave emotional victim impact statements.
Just that she was really looking forward to being a mom and starting that next phase. She had attended some healthcare classes at our local community college and was looking to go into the healthcare field.
They spoke about her warmth, her excitement to become a mother, and the unbearable pain of losing both their daughter and granddaughter in such a violent way. The judge sentenced Holloway to 60 years in prison, ensuring he will likely live out the rest of his life behind bars. While no punishment can erase what happened, the sentence provided a measure of accountability and justice for Liese and her unborn daughter. The legacy of the case. Liese Dodd's murder sparked discussions across Illinois and the nation regarding domestic violence and the dangers faced by women in unstable relationships. Her family has continued to speak out, hoping her story raises awareness and inspires those in dangerous situations to seek help before tragedy unfolds. They remember Liese as a loving daughter, a kind friend, and a young woman eagerly awaiting motherhood.
When she was 10 years old, she asked for donations to a local animal shelter instead of birthday presents for herself. She one time was driving and there was an injured pedestrian on the side of the road, and she stopped and lended aid to them and sat with them and kept them calm until the ambulance arrived.
They remember baby Milo, a life that never had the chance to begin. Their memories of Liese are filled with hope and heartbreak, a reminder of a future stolen far too soon. Outro. This is the tragic story of the murder of Liese Dodd, the investigation that brought the truth to light, and the sentencing of Deundrea Holloway. A story of brutality, loss, and a family forever changed, and a reminder of the silent dangers hidden inside toxic relationships. If you found this story gripping, please like this video, comment your thoughts on how you think justice will unfold, and don't forget to subscribe to Judge Wire for more real-life crime stories like this.